Okay, in this video we'll finish off the drawing the basic shapes, or we're going to add images this time, but I also wanted to talk about layering. So we've got this yellow circle here. Is that one? I think so. Let's move it over just a little bit, 250. And what I'd like to show you is if I were to draw another circle, I'm going to copy and paste this, and change the color to green, let's say. Actually, let's use just the word for that, green. And instead of a line width, I guess I didn't need the line width here either because we're just doing a fill. Let's do the same center, but make it a little bigger. How about 30? And what I want you to notice is, okay, there's my green circle. What happened to the yellow one? All right. So the idea here is that it layers, right? The circle that I drew first is going to be placed onto the canvas, and the other circle gets placed on top of it. So if I just switch the order of these, cut and paste here, we should see that it'll draw the green one first, and then the yellow one will be drawn over top of it. Okay, so that's important to know that when you're doing your drawings that the order is important, and it does this idea of layering. Okay, next up is how to add images. Okay, so for images, I need an image. Awesome. So let's just get any old, maybe let's use the HTML logo. Cool, go to images here, and cool, this one looks funky. Well, actually no, let's use this one. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to open image in new tab. Let's save image as. So I need to go to my, where are we? This PC, F drive, web graphics, drawing basics. And let's just put, I could make an images folder, but I'm just going to put it in here, HTML logo. Okay. So now that image is located right there. What we do to draw this on our canvas is we actually add the image, load image to page. So just like we always do, source is HTML logo, like so. But if I do this, there's the image, right? I've got my canvas, and then I've got an image on the actual page. And we should probably resize this image. Let me do that for a second here. Let's open with paint.net. And I'm just going to go image, resize, and let's just make it, I don't know, 100 by 100. There. Because we want to end up drawing this on our canvas. So Control S to save, and I saved it. And now you can see it's that small image. But it's not on the canvas. It's an image element, right, on my page. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I don't want it to show up on my page, so I'm going to go image, display, none. Right? Display controls whether it's a block element or an inline element, and none will cause it to not be there. Okay, it's still technically there, but display none means it doesn't get drawn on the screen, on the page. Okay. So essentially what that does is it's now loaded the image as part of the page. I'm going to give this image an ID. I'm just going to call it my image for now. Actually, no, that's bad. Let's go HTML image, our logo image. Okay, HTML logo image is the ID. And then what I can do here is I'm actually going to, let's go up. Well, I guess I could do it down. Well, no, let's keep it all in one place. I'm going to have a section here to load image, or store images in variables. It's kind of what I'm doing, right? So I can go HTML logo image, or let's just go, sorry, in JavaScript, here I can use dashes, that's fine. In JavaScript though, variables aren't allowed to have dashes. So let's just go HTML logo, or HTML logo image. And then I use document.getElement by ID, not get context, get element by ID, HTML logo image, like so. And that should now find this image element. Okay, so this variable is now storing a reference to this image element. I spelled it right. Okay, and this variable is going to be useful because in order to draw the image, let's add a comment, draw images, I use context.drawImage, and it requires an HTML image element. So that's going to be my HTML logo image, that variable. And then I need to supply where to put it on the screen. So let's go, where do I have some room on my screen? Maybe up in here. Let's go like 200, 300, 200, 200, something like that. So 200, comma 200. So that should go to 200, 200, and it draws the image right there. Cool. Okay. And I believe the image, the image is just like a rectangle. That 200, 200 is the top left corner. And then the size of it right now is the default size, that 100 by 100. Okay. You can also draw an image and provide some extra information. Right, I can do this. Let's draw it at 200 and 300, 350, and that would simply draw below. But if I added 2 more elements, we can scale it. So the original size is 100 by 100. We could go 50, 50, and we can specify a new width and a new height for it. Okay. So yeah, either one works, right? This one just uses the default size of the image. This one allows you to actually scale it. So depending on what your program is, you could also, like we resized it in here, right? You could have resized the image to 50-50. But this is a nice option in case you want to change the size of it. All right, let's just go through quickly here. That's the main concepts for drawing. Just want to make sure I've got good comments in here. So we set up the canvas, right, by getting the canvas element, using the canvas element to get a graphics context, which we store in this variable, and I can use the canvas element to set its width and its height. Beautiful. Here I loaded an image that I can then use to draw. I put it up here because this is kind of where I'm setting up all my variables. If I had multiple images, I could store more or get more variable images as well, right? Now we're going to draw some stuff. So drawing rectangles, we learned that we can set the stroke style and fill style, and then we can do a stroke rectangle or a fill rectangle. Cool. Here we can set fonts and fill styles and do fill text or outline text. Stroke style as well. For drawing lines, line width is pretty self-explanatory. This begin path, we have the move to, line to, so set drawing start location essentially, or set drawing location, and then draw a line from current location to 700, 150, right? And then this would go to 600, 100. And that draws the path, good. Same stuff here, but here I get to close the path. And we can stroke or fill when we draw these lines and polygons. Circles, this was a circle with a center of 100, 500 and radius of 50. Right, and this one would be a circle with a center of 250, 500, and a radius of 30. And then the 0 to 2 pi was the arc, which is a full rotation, right? So we drew a full circle. We can change these angles to draw parts of circles if we wanted to. And maybe that would actually be fun to do. Maybe here we should do a, right, so half circle. So with a center of 250, 500, and radius of 20. And the half circle, the idea here is we went from 0 to pi. Whereas the circles went from 0 to 2 pi. Right? Circles 0 to 2 pi. Okay. And then we talked about drawing images. This is, draw image with draw image at at top or with a top left corner of 200. And this is draw image with top left corner of 200, 350. Scale to 50 by 50 size. Okay. Anyway, this document, hopefully, or this example, should give you the basics of, creating the canvas, loading the image, using these variables and all these different commands to draw all sorts of different shapes. With this, we can then draw whatever we want. And the next video I'll show you is going to show you how we can put these drawings inside of a loop so that we can change things. So, for example, we could, draw the circle here, but then I could change its location and then draw it again. Change the location, draw it again. Change the location, draw it again, to get this animation, this movement. And we can change colors, and we can change all sorts of stuff, sizes, whatever we want. Okay. Hope that made sense. Maybe it'd be good to do some little practice with this. Try to make a little drawing of your own using the shapes, or play around with this one and modify things to make sure you understand this. Okay, that's all for now. Take care. Hope that made sense, and we'll see you in the next video.